How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about this crazy sight I saw from an online video in New York City, and I'll place that footage on the screen before you. Now, in case you don't know what you're looking at, I'll tell you as we watch. This is a line that is going around the block at the local DMV, I suppose, because today you're able to get a driver's license as an illegal alien. You could be here with no social security number, no U.S. birth certificate, no nothing. If you have your quote unquote paperwork from the foreign country in which you were born and present that and say, yeah, I'm 16, and then present some documents that say that you live in New York City, like, I don't know, a water bill maybe. Not sure how you get a water bill in your name if you're not a legal resident with no social in the birth certificate, but I digress. The whole point is that you got to prove you're a New York resident and prove that you are at least 16 and you get a driver's license. So you're able to drive around, do whatever you want to do. Now, they said you can't get a CDL and the driver's license can't be used for federal purposes. What could that be? I'm not really sure. Maybe you're not able to get a passport. Maybe you could. Maybe you're not able to vote in the national elections. Maybe you could. And if you can't vote in the national elections due to the rules that says this cannot be used for federal purposes, then can you vote in the local elections? Okay, you see where I'm going? Are these people that are in line really trying to get a driver's license? Because let's be clear, a lot of illegals, they say, hey, my name is Jose Hernandez. Their birth name might be Mary Smith, but it doesn't matter. I'm Jose Hernandez. I'm 23, and that's all you need to know. They get pulled over all the time with no licenses, and New York City is getting really lax on the laws against things like this. Some of the quality of life laws, like driving with no license, driving on a suspended license, broken tail light, stuff like that. They don't really pull you over anyway. So as long as you are not really driving too crazy, you're not going to get pulled over. And in New York City, you are probably on a train, the bus, or something like that. You're probably not going to be driving anyway, especially not in the city like in Manhattan. You're not going to be driving around in your car anyway, but different story. I digress. The whole point is that a lot of illegals will drive with no license, no car insurance, no nothing, with no real issues as a result. But now all of a sudden they want to get driver's licenses. The question I have to these people would be, who sent you out there on this particular day? Did they all know that it was going to be this day where they were able to get their licenses in a very short window? Because let's be clear, this law on the books that says these people are able to get driver's licenses, although they're illegal aliens, this thing was only settled recently because it had been tied up in court. There had been lawsuits, and I think it had got thrown out twice by judges there in New York. Now, could this go to the Supreme Court? Hopefully it does. I'm not quite sure if it's able to go to the Supreme Court because it's a state issue, but I think that it should go to the Supreme Court because this is going to be the precursor to illegal aliens voting in our election. It's crazy how people like Bill de Blasio and lefties that behave like Bill de Blasio, your Hillary Clintons of the world, your Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Jerry Nadler, etc. They all are saying, oh, Trump engaged in foreign interference with the election. He tried to go to Ukraine and get some dirt. He tried to go to Russia and get some dirt. Meanwhile, you have actual foreign nationals that are not U.S. citizens. No green card, no visa, no nothing. They're just over here like a bump on the log, right? Doing whatever they want to do. Not paying no federal income tax, state income tax, nothing, doing whatever they want. You're going to give them licenses so they're able to eventually vote. Isn't that foreign election interference? Isn't that the exact thing that you say that people on the right, especially Trump, have done or could be guilty of? Isn't that what you're saying? But you're openly advocating for it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I'm seeing statements they're talking about this is a common sense thing. It just makes sense because they're out there driving. They got to have licenses. They got to be able to buy car insurance. It's like, no. How about this? How about if you get caught as an illegal alien driving a vehicle, and let's say you get into a wreck or you get pulled over, whatever the case may be, how about you get sent back to wherever you come from? How about that? How about you get deported and you're not allowed to just do whatever you want to do? Okay, that should be what it is. You're already committing a crime by being here illegally. That's the crime number one. And then crime number two, not having a license because you are not eligible to get a license. Don't enable their crime by letting them have a driver's license. If they get caught driving, or what they call it, riding dirty, send them back to where they come from. If I get caught doing something illegal, I'm not going to be enabled by the state to do more things that are illegal. You know, it's like, okay, here's a good example. Let's say I'm a felon, which I'm not, but I come home from the penitentiary and I want to get a gun. Felons, at least in most states, cannot have guns unless you get your rights restored. So if I go out there and buy a gun, I mean, nobody's going to say, hey, let him have a gun. I know he's a felon. Is that in the third? Nah, they're going to be like, he's a felon. He can't have guns. None of these lefties are going to go out there and say, hey, give this American citizen his rights back and give him his gun. However, an illegal alien gets to be here illegally, take money from the United States, send it back to the country of origin, do whatever they want to do, and they get things that they shouldn't have due to their legal status. Okay, back to what I was saying. If I were a felon, my legal status would be that of a felon, an ex-convict. If I'm out there on the street with that legal status, I cannot have certain rights, like having a gun. If you are an illegal alien, your status in this country is that of an illegal alien. You can't have certain rights. You can't have a driver's license. You can't have a birth certificate, social security number. You can't do a lot of things. You shouldn't be able to get welfare benefits either, although we know that's not really enforced all over the country. And it's probably the reverse in many places where you're able to get whatever you want as an illegal alien. I mean, what's the point of becoming legal? What's the point of coming here the right way if you can sneak in the back door and get treated better? It's free. You don't pay any money outside of the money that you paid, for a coyote to smuggle you. But that's a different story. And I digress. It can cost a lot more for you to come over here the right way than it is the wrong way. You might come from Mexico, pay a coyote to smuggle you, or walk across the border yourself, hop across with a baby or something like that and get rescued and get sent on a plane to wherever you want to go, to where some family members are in the interior of the nation. And you promise to show up for an immigration hearing and never show up, and now you're just here as an illegal alien. That's kind of how that goes. So you come in through the back door, don't pay any money or a very small amount of money. You get a driver's license, car insurance, a job, welfare benefits, housing, whatever you want. Meanwhile, a legal alien got to pay tens of thousands of dollars, maybe to the six-figure range to come over here. They got to wait years. They got to pay all kind of money for this, all kind of money for that. Then they got to pay federal income tax, state income tax, sales tax, all that good stuff. It's unfair to those that are coming over here legally, and quite frankly, it's an incentive for just regular everyday folks who may not necessarily be lawbreakers to come over here and break the law. What's the point of having a law if you're not going to enforce it? As I close, I want to say this. The end game here from the Democratic Party and just regular normies on the left is to give illegal aliens amnesty so they'll be able to vote in the federal election, to vote for the president. That's what they want. They know the numbers are dwindling with regular everyday Americans. With white Americans, they're dwindling. They're getting way less than majority. With black Americans, they're dwindling. The poll numbers are going up. Approval ratings going up. Support for Trump is going up. The Democrat Party support as a result is going down, down, down. It's been kind of on a steady decline. It's been a slow decline, but it's been declining. And the Democratic Party, leftists, they know it. They know that they're losing ground among regular everyday people, regardless of what the race is, among whites, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, everybody. So what is their solution to this? Let the illegal aliens get ID cards, passports, whatever they want, and have them vote in a local election first, then the federal election. I'm not just making it up. They've already done that in California. They were letting people that are not here as American citizens, which is different than an illegal alien. I think people they let vote had green cards or on a visa. But at the end of the day, they were not American citizens. They let them vote in a very small local election. Some would say, hey, ABL, it's not really a big deal. They're voting for dog catcher, this, that, and the third. But the problem is that the Democrats, the left, they will always start small. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. They'll start small and grow big to the point where you get cut to death. The end game here is to get these stone cold stomp down illegal aliens voting in the federal election for the president of the US of A. That is the end game here, and it will happen unless we the people come in and say, you know what, you're not going to do that. You're not going to infringe upon my rights because foreign nationals shouldn't be voting. I should be voting. And those that are American citizens should be voting, not people that are here illegally that have no true dog in the fight outside of trying to appease the Democratic Party and keep them in power for years and years to come. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think it's a good thing that illegal aliens are being able to vote? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or do you think that the illegal aliens will not be able to vote? It's just for, the ability to get a driver's license and to buy car insurance. If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or do you think something else? Do you think that the illegal aliens will not be able to vote, but they will be able to get driver's licenses? You cool with that? How about not getting a driver's license? Wouldn't that be the better thing if they're here illegally? Whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.